Hello everybody, we are so happy to be here today. Remember, I am Desiree Castro, I'm part of Three to the Rescue, and as we announced recently, we're starting a new phase in our content, a new type of content, which is interviews. I have today with me Erika Hayashi.
Hello
Erika.
everybody, how are you?
Why am I interviewing Erika today? Because we have realized that obviously what we all have in common in this Three to the Rescue community is that we all know Thermomix because we own one. Some of us actually are consultants, but there are so many people in this little community that we have here that have so many interesting lives, so many interesting personal journeys, so much knowledge that is good to share. And that's why we have decided that we are going to start interviewing some of those really interesting people like Erika.
Thank you.
You can see us because obviously this video is on YouTube, but we are also on Spotify as a podcast, Three to the Rescue podcast, because the weather is nicer and you can go out for a walk and listen to what Erika has to say.
Yes.
So Erika, just to get started, who are you? Because I already know you, but please tell us who you are.
Hello everybody. For those that see me, hi. My name is Erika Hayashi. I'm from Brazil. I don't look Brazilian. For those that listen, my face is very Japanese face because my father is from Japan, but I was born in Brazil. I'm a pastry chef for about 13 years, and I love what I do. I love baking, I love making cakes. And also I have been living abroad for a long time. I lived in Puerto Rico, I live in Texas, I have to go back to Brazil, and now I'm living here in Ireland, County Cork. And this experience of living abroad brought me so much, and for my knowledge, also for cooking and doing my cakes. And when I was living in Texas, I discovered Thermomix, and I said, "Oh my God, what is this machine?"
That happens to most people.
It was so amazing because I was working in a restaurant, and this Spanish chef was grinding her spices, was doing things that like our hands cannot do, right? Because pulverize and do a lot of things. And I said, I want this machine. But then in that time, in US, you cannot buy a Thermomix, just in UK or in Spain or in Germany, right? But then when I came to Ireland, I met Desiree, that my son and her daughter go to the same school.
Yep.
And we have a friend in common. And then this friend told me, "Oh, this weekend I go to a friend's house to do a cooking experience." And I said, "Oh my God, what is a cooking experience? I want to go there to see what it is."
I love it.
So when I got in your house, was a terrible mix. And I said, "Oh my God,
Finally. We meet."
Yeah. And the amazing thing that was the TM5. When I discovered the Thermomix was the TM3. TM31, right? The old
that's
one.
what the one you saw in the States.
Yeah, it was the one that I saw in the States. So when I saw the TM5,
it was digital.
you have all the recipes, and you were clicking, and she showed me you can peel your garlic, you can do varoma, you can do a pizza while you are doing other things. So I said, "Oh my God, I need this machine."
And you got it.
Yeah, and I got it right away, and it helped me. So I had the machine about 2 years now, I think. Yeah. 2 years.
2.5.
2.5 maybe, yeah. And helped me so much in my business because while I'm decorating one cake, my Thermomix is doing my icing, is doing my ganache, is grinding my spices or grinding my almonds. Or if I'm doing another thing, I can do the meals for my family. So help me so much. That's why I decided also to become a consultant and an advisor.
Yes,
yeah.
That
and
makes sense.
Spread the Thermomix
love. And you have.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. I think it's a little bit contagious.
Yes.
Because when you are hanging out with your friends or your family, in your case, particularly your friends, because your family is far away, and then you start talking about how amazing it is, they want to know more about it. And in the end they do eventually get one, which is lovely. I just love that because I kind of knew you because our children go to the same school, but I got to know you better because of this Thermomix bond that we have together. But at the same time, you have another kind of life on social media, which I find fascinating. So, for everybody who doesn't know, Erika is on, you are on Facebook, YouTube, and on Instagram, but particularly on Instagram, she has 21,000 followers. She's like an influencer. Can you please tell us, first of all, before you explain us more, what's your name so people can find you?
So I'm in all social media. So my name is the same. It's Chef Erika Hayashi. We're gonna put in the
on the description of the video. Yes.
So I'm in YouTube, I'm in Instagram and Facebook. Also, I have my website. That's the same name, cheferikahayashi.com. But of course, I speak Portuguese, but I do the subtitle and do translations and all the recipe in the Instagram. Also, I do Portuguese and English. But if you have some doubts or questions or you didn't understand what I said, you can send me a direct message that I can respond to you right away, okay? No problem.
Yes, you're very good. It's true. But Erika, to be honest, I have a profile on Instagram as well. How did you manage to get 21K, nearly 22K at this point, followers? Tell us your secret.
I think was when we started the quarantine. Of course, everybody was home. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to cook. And they was bored to cook the same thing. So I decided, no, I'm going to help people. So every day I was showing what I was doing in my Thermomix, or if I have to do a cake or for my neighbor or something, I was showing tips. So I think people was very interesting, and also doing breads because everybody, I want a nice bread, not from the supermarket, right?
It's true.
Yeah, because everything was closed. So I think I bond to people, and people was asking me questions, and I was responding. Sometimes people, Erika, can you do this for me? Because I never could make like a banana cake or orange cake. People was requesting me to do recipes. So maybe that's what they start to follow me, and every day I do a tip, and every day I show them what I cook with my Thermomix.
I love that. I love that. And how do you call it? Erika's Dicas?
In Portuguese is Erika tips. Every day I put.
I love it. I remember one of those when we were like in the serious strict lockdown. You were explaining how to make bread with no yeast because people were struggling to find yeast.
Yeah.
And also how to make it with a different type of flour, and all that content is on your profile on social media. So that's lovely. So remember, Chef Erika Hayashi, if you want to see her cooking and all her fantastic videos and all her tips, follow her. And something else I wanted to ask you, because your videos are not only, you are at home like everybody else, but they're not just you in your kitchen doing whatever. They're very professional.
Thank you so much.
We are actually now, we are in her house with a very professional setup. So tell us.
Have the lights.
Oh, it's amazing. I feel like a movie star. But why? Why do you, how did you get to have this professional approach?
I think because I want to show in a good way. People want to look in something and needs to be appealing to the eye, right? So I did a photography course and CIT
in Cork.
In Cork,
oh, good.
When I got here, I was searching about, and then was like a 2 months course, and it was amazing because they have a studio, and the teacher was telling us about the lighting, all the cameras, how to set up, also just the photos and videos too. And my husband also is the same. He's an engineer, but he loved to do this.
Wow.
To record, to see the lights, and
he
we
enjoys it.
Yeah, we do together. So that's why I think he match me and him. When I'm cooking, he's holding the camera, or I have now a tripod. So do you see that it's not shaking all the time? So,
it's so good. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not like some videos you can get a bit dizzy sometimes, but with yours it's not the case.
Yeah, that's why.
So you are like the movie star and he's like the director.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
And something that I'm not an expert at all on social media, but I do know that once you go over the barrier of 10,000, there are things you can do that you couldn't otherwise. I do know, like for example, on your stories. If you have more than 10K followers, you can swipe up.
Yeah, you do have the swiping option that you can link to your website or to a page. And also, if you wanted to do the IGTV videos, was just 15 minutes. Now I have 1 hour. Like every Thursday, I do lives. To show baking products or decorations, but also it's in Portuguese. But if you want me to speak in English to you, I can do it, no problem. So now all my live is 1 hour, and now I can upload also in IGTV.
What time are your?
It's the 10 o'clock.
10 p.m.
10 here, because in Brazil it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah. But anyways, they can watch it afterwards.
Yeah, because I upload and they're gonna be there forever when you wanna see, and also the recipes is there too.
That's lovely. And something else, because you're a pastry chef, yes. But I do know, so tell us about that, please. You didn't did an online course for like a week. You had a proper training.
Yeah.
So where is your training from?
So I did my training in the Le Cordon Bleu school. It's a very known French school. I did it when I was living in Texas.
Okay.
So was 1 year course, very intense. We learn about everything from the pastry world: bread, cakes, decoration, chocolate, candies, and everything you can imagine. If you can do with sugar, I learned.
Wow, and you were a mother already?
Yes, my son was a year old.
Oh my, and how did you manage?
So my mother-in-law came to help me, but I was studying in the morning, working in the afternoon, and doing essays and doing everything, but was challenging that time. But I have the support of my family, also my husband support me. And I got my dream, because it was my dream to study in that school. So,
How did you get there? Like, when do you remember it was your first time kind of wanting to do cakes? Is it when you were little, or it came up later?
Yeah. My father had a restaurant when I was like 15 years old. And every time I have to go there during the weekend, I was like, I want to be in the kitchen. I want to do the dessert. My eyes was always to the desserts. So every Saturday I have to go to the restaurant to help me, because also I was in the school. My mom had, no, you have to go to school and do your activities. But Saturday and Sunday I was allowed to go to the restaurant, and I was helping my father and the cooker to do the desserts. So I do all the little decoration. Was of course not the perfect, but he was enjoying to see me, and he will allow me to.
But you still went to, for further education.
Yes,
but you didn't study chefing or yet.
Yes, no.
It was
because
later.
Of course, my father, Japanese, very restricted. No, you have to do a business school, or you go to. Be a lawyer or something like that, right? And say, okay, father, I have to do this. So I did for a while, of course. So I worked for a big cell phone company in Brazil. I was the manager in one of the branches. But then when I got married and we had to live abroad, so finally I could pursue my dream, because I always was doing cakes at a side as a hobby. Okay. Right? But then when I was living in Texas, I saw that school, because that school was always in my mind.
Okay.
Because I was following a lot of chefs, and everybody was from Le Cordon Bleu, and people were speaking French, and I said, I have to go to that school.
That's lovely. I really like, and that's one of the reasons why I asked you, Erika, to be in our program. Mm-hmm. I really like how in your personal life journey you had this dream since you were little, and even though you did other things in life because you thought they were maybe more normal or reasonable or expected, but in the end you managed to get there. And now, years later, you are living in a different continent, not only country but continent. You are in Europe now. Again, different language from like Brazil or Puerto Rico that was Spanish. And still, you are still pursuing that dream and actually succeeding, being very successful.
And now sharing the love of food,
which is lovely.
I love so much the Thermomix that you can see the love that I cook. and I want everybody to learn to. And it's not hard; it's so easy, right?
It makes much easier. So it's kind of like the Thermomix was the last kind of a step that you needed in your journey.
Yeah.
And something I wanted to ask you, which I'm planning to ask everybody, I mean, all the guests that are coming to our program, is there any particular tip that you can share with us? Anything that you do with your Thermomix that you think everybody else could do as well and benefit from it?
The thing that I was not using so much was the varoma, right? But now that I'm used to use the Thermomix, anytime that you're cooking like a soup or a broth, you can layers your cooking. Like if I'm doing a soup tonight, I also can cook my rice or cook a protein on top or cook my vegetables for the next day. So you earn time, right?
And energy.
Energy.
It's true.
Because if you are steaming something, also if I need to steam something, I cook something inside. Even you can make a cake. I steam a cake. They stick toffee.
Oh, they're amazing.
So lovely.
But so you can be making like a soup and the sticky toffee pudding on top.
Yes.
That's brilliant. That's fantastic. And is any recipe that you kind of like love? I mean, because the thing is, you know how to cook anyway. You don't really need a Thermomix. You know how to do it manually, but you are like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I'm making this in the Thermomix. Is there any recipe that is like your number one?
Number one is all the risottos. Right? I love Italian food, and doing risotto take time, and like it's like babying the rice. You have to stir and put the stock. Stir, and sometimes my son is hungry. Come on, the lunchtime, but with Thermomix is amazing because it's stirring for you, and you have the reverse mode, so it doesn't break the rice. It's the same consistency. And the other dish that my husband and I love is the mussels, the white wine mussels and garlic.
That's like a restaurant recipe. To be honest.
Yeah.
And I find, I mean, we're expecting everybody to listen to us, not only in Ireland.
Yeah.
But I find sometimes in like Ireland, or at least in Cork where we live, everybody loves mussels, but they don't feel particularly comfortable cooking them
at home. Yes.
At home, because it's a bit like it's something you order in a restaurant, because it's like, oh, I don't know if I will be able to handle it or to clean it or whatever. But with the Thermomix, it drives you or runs you
all the steps.
Exactly. So there is no possible failure.
Yeah. If I'm doing at home, if it's cooking enough, do you need to cook more or no? So the Thermomix. That's why was the first time that I did a proper mussel was at home, and tastes so much better. It's so much cheaper than the restaurant.
Oh. Definitely. That's something else.
Yeah.
And also, it's true that when you buy them in the fishmonger, they're not expensive at all.
No, it's like $2.80 the bag.
Yes. Yeah. But it's a delicacy.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember. This first chef that shows you the Thermomix for the first time. Her name?
Najat Kanash.
Okay.
She was very famous in Texas because she cooked to Hillary Clinton. She has a very known restaurant in Texas that time. Yeah.
I'm going to Google her later.
Yeah.
That's lovely. You were going to say something else?
And also she worked to that famous chef in Spain that do the molecular gastronomy, Ferran Adrià.
Also, she worked with him.
She was trained by him.
Oh my! And she had a Thermomix.
Yes, and she had a Thermomix.
So if you want Ferran Adrià cooking, you get a Thermomix.
And she was doing the espherification with olive oil and all the things in the restaurant. That's why I did a 3 months internship in that restaurant.
Oh, that
was hard, but was worth it. Yeah, because she was very pushy. But it's nice when you have somebody to teach you and pushes you.
Because it's when you really learn.
Yeah.
I just love it. Oh, before we go, I want to say as well, you also make cakes.
Yes, I have my business aside. Yeah.
So remember, so this is only for people in Cork and surroundings. Yeah. If you need a cake, contact Erika. You can send her a private message through Instagram or through Facebook, and follow her, because really her recipes, her video recipes, her lessons, her tips are amazing.
Thank you.
So, Erika, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, guys.
It was a pleasure to talk to you.
For me too.
Yeah, and to know more about your fascinating life and journeys and knowing and traveling around the world.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Hope I can help you and show you tips and to cook better and to bake better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So if you want to achieve that, follow Erika, and also follow 3 to the Rescue.
Yeah.
We are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, we are on Facebook as well, and now we are on Spotify.
Yeah.
So if you are watching this video, or if you are starting to watch the YouTube but then you suddenly need to go, you can listen to us in the car if you want, or on your headphones when you go for a walk. And this is the first of a series of many more interviews to come. So thank you so much. Have a great day and listen to us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.